So I just whipped up this batch of buttercream, and actually buttercream, if you don't know, it's just a mixture of solids and liquid. Usually consists of shea butter or cocoa butter or mango butter and some type of oil. It could be eucalyptus oil, it could be jasmine, it can be coconut oil, it could be almond oil, any type of oil. And basically what this is used for, or what I use it for, is for my skin and my hair. It's a very good natural product. And if you want to learn how to make this, keep watching. Okay, so the things you will need for this particular tutorial, we're going to use some shea butter and make sure it's unrefined. Also, we're going to use like a half a cup of olive oil and probably about a fourth of vitamin E, which is great for the skin, by the way. And for my essential oil, I'm going to go with jasmine. So basically here I'm filling the pot, just the bottom half, with water. And I'm going to turn up my temperature pretty high so I can get that water really boiling. And that's the goal, to just get the water boiling, so you can adjust the temperature at your leisure. And once we begin to see the water begin to boil, we're going to make sure we remove that from the heat and place the bowl of shea butter that's going to be in your metal pot or your glass jar or whatever you're going to put it in, and place it over that pot. Now what's going to happen is, as you begin to apply that shea butter, it will begin to melt very quickly. That is why you want to make sure you remove that pot from the heat, or turn your heat off instead of placing it directly over that heat, because you don't want to lose that nutrients, or you don't want it to cook too fast. Another option is, instead of placing it over the hot water, you can also use a microwave, but you must be advised that you may lose some of the nutrients that way. Shea butter is very thick, but it does melt very easily, as you can see here. So once we got that all tidied away, basically we're going to make sure we let that cool for about 30 minutes. So as we do that, before we do that though, I'll usually add my olive oil before I let it cool, so those two can kind of liquefy together. And once you put that olive oil in there, which I used about a half a cup of olive oil, I begin to stir those two together and let that cool for about 30 minutes. Once your 30 minutes is up, you want to begin to add your other oils. So here I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vitamin E oil, and also I'm going to take my essential oil, which I've chosen jasmine, and I use about half an ounce, which this bottle is about 1 ounce, so I use about half a bottle of the jasmine, or you can use any essential oil of choice that you decide. Okay, now you're going to use a hand mixer to whip it until it's really consistent, like whipped cream. If it's not setting up, what I did was I had to chill mine in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes because I was having such a problem with it beginning to whip, because I guess it was really warm in the kitchen at that time, so I couldn't get that consistency. So I placed it in the refrigerator for about 10 or 15 minutes. And as I began to see it get a texture, I pulled it out of the freezer. So don't worry if you don't see it begin to whip during the time you're blending. You can also take little intervals in between blending. You're going to need about 20 minutes total to get the full effect of the whipping cream. And I just could not get that to whip. So after this clip you're going to see after the fact that I put it in the freezer and I whipped it again after I took it out the freezer, and I began to get that consistency that I was really looking for in my cream. And voila, there you have it. There's your body butter cream. Also, please be advised that you can use any other butters like the shea butter, the mango butter, or the cocoa butter. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to add me on Pinterest and also share these videos with others that matter to you. And as always, God bless and stay creative. Bye. Next thing I got from Wet n Wild is a color commentary in quads we trust. And pretty much you can see it says it's a concealer for imperfections, balances yellow spots, masks under eye circles.